Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another Wednesday night live stream. Let me know if you can hear me. I am not sure. I am having audio issues lately with this computer, trying to figure all that stuff out. So if anybody could drop a comment and let me know they could hear me, I'd really, really appreciate it. Again, having some audio problems, but hopefully you guys can hear me. So just again, let me know. Hey, anyway, a little fish bully. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm gonna do the best I can. You know what it is? Like something happened the other day where, and it's a little quiet here. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer. Where I'm a boomer, right? Not really, but sometimes with technology I am, and for some reason. When I'm on Chrome, right, I can't feed it through my headphones, right? When I'm in another browser, it's fine. Hey, Amin, how you doing?
Hey, Rob. Good. How are you?
Good. I hope you can hear me really well. I'm
I
having
hear
some
you.
audio issues.
I hear you great.
Okay, good. So I don't know if you heard what I was saying, Amin, but for some reason now when I use Chrome, which is my browser of choice, and I put my headset on, it just doesn't feed through the headset. It feeds through the speaker, and I hear it, and I can't get the headset to work. But if I go into a different browser, like Edge or whatever, it's fine. It feeds through the headset. So it's probably something that I need to do, like update my systems and whatnot. But just trying to do the best we can.
Yep.
Just do the best we can here. Hey, Ben, how are you? How was your weekend?
Good. Yeah. How about you?
Good. Busy with the kids and whatnot. Hey, before we get started, I got my yellow belt on Monday.
Congrats.
Yeah.
I saw the pic. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, I'm a little proud of myself, I got to admit, I'm proud of myself, but, looking forward to continuing the journey to eventually one day get my black belt. So
very cool.
Yeah. Hey, what
I want to see a video of you doing the forms. That's what I really want to see.
Yeah. We haven't I haven't been taught the forms yet.
Okay.
But when I do, I'll sure to take a video of it, and then maybe like a little karate kicks.
That's what we're all waiting for.
Yeah. I'm sure you guys are. Hey, what do you have on wrist today?
I'm wearing the Hoyer because it's a chronograph topic.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I had it on anyway this morning.
Yeah.
But I actually the screen that I'm using in front of me, I can't. It's too small to read comments on, and I'm gonna, you wanted help with highlighting those, right? So I'm gonna be like looking sideways most of the show, but that's okay.
Yeah. Hey, listen. I got an idea.
Yep.
I'm gonna drop off for a second.
Yep.
And open this up. So you'll be still live, I think.
Okay.
And I'm gonna continue this in another browser, and hopefully, I'm getting people letting me know that I'm sounding very, very low. And sorry for the technical issues. So I'm gonna drop real quick. Hey, I'm gonna leave you with.
Did you do the intros? You want me to run through the intros while you're?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you do that? Okay.
All right. Hey everyone. So we got Mason, good to see you. Rick, James Duffy, Bruno. Good to see everyone. Joey B, Stefan wearing his Dan Reuter, talking time with Tim Masso, Chrono, sweet. And Hobby Bobby, Colin. All right, let's hear you, Rob.
Can you hear me?
You sound about the same. You sounded okay to me before.
Yeah.
Let's see what the chat says. Am I louder than Rob, chat? Let us know. So I got not too far in the, I think I missed Marceau. I might have said Let's see. Walter, Joe, Waben, Michael B. I need practice,
Yeah.
guys. But Bruno, Kevin Hawthorne, great to see everybody underachieving. Thomas Burnett, good evening. Rick says sound is fine. Colin
Yeah.
says I sound better.
What about now? What about now? Can you hear me a little bit louder now?
No,
No,
maybe
no.
even quieter. But you sound okay though. It's not really
Okay.
an issue.
Okay. I could bump up my audio a
Okay.
little bit here. Man, this is so bad. This is so bad. I feel awful. Anyway, yeah. So, hey, listen. We do need shows
We
deep
do.
filtered voice. Absolutely. A little echo on me. Okay, hopefully that gets a little bit better. Sorry about that, guys. Hey, Cabby Lake is here. Good to see you, Cabby, as well. Did you? I'm sorry. Could you? You have a chrono on today. Let me. I got my chrono as well.
Nice.
The Zin 356. You know, Amin, today's topic about what are our favorite all-time chronos are kind of loosely based on or inspired by a video by Theo and Harris about affordable or alternative chronos to the Rolex Daytona. Kevin S. He and Chaz were like, "Hey, you got to check this out." How come? Because they mentioned a Zin 356 in there, and so that kind of inspired me going down a thought rabbit hole of what to discuss tonight. And I've been into chronos a little bit, lately. Half my collection is chronographs, and so I figured, why don't we talk about some of our favorite chronos? And when I posted this up today, I got a lot of feedback, a lot more feedback than I typically get about a stream that hasn't happened yet, right? And so in the Bobby Legs stream or the Bobby Legs Discord, I got some guys who put in their picks, and I'm happy. That's great. That's awesome. I was gonna hope from some chat participation tonight, but I love the fact that a lot of you guys sent me your picks, and so I figured why not put it in a PowerPoint, right, Amin? And then maybe we can talk about some of these picks, highlight some of the picks made by some of the guys here on the chat who were able to get in touch with me via the Bobby Legs Discord or send me an email or a text. So let's get started. I mean, I think Dib was supposed to jump in tonight, but hopefully he will. So a couple right off the bat here, I did like a little collage form. Ajay, he has recently picked up that Seiko SRQ047. Seiko, it's a new one that came out recently, speed timer. There is the 049, I believe, that is the limited, and the reverse panda. Very, very good looking watch right there. I think he loves it. And kind of like a different bracelet that we don't see the bracelet on this picture here. But he loves that too. He thinks the bracelet fits very, very well. Kevin thrown in an Omega Speedmaster Apollo 11 45th anniversary. Very interesting watch there. I'm going to run through this page, and then I'll get your thoughts, Amin. Alex picking an ALS 1815 chronograph. I'm not sure why the text here is getting chopped off, guys, because it's not like what that looked like when I put the PowerPoint together. Anyway, but this one is and you see right there with Alex, it's a unique piece. I think it's only made for the winner of some sort of like award, or I don't know, something. I forget what the story behind it was. Finney with a datograph, of course, Elon Azan, and Kevin with the Grand Seiko SB. I think that's GC 247. Amin, we're right off the bat here. Have some great watches. What are your thoughts on these?
Yeah, I mean the Langas, the datograph and the 1815 are amazing. Definitely favorites of mine.
Yeah.
Probably both amazing, but probably for me the 1815 for some, just I don't know. They
Yeah.
both, yeah. If I had to choose, maybe I would even go for that one. But these are all great. Yeah, all great picks.
Yeah, I mean, when we think about like something that's more attainable, like for
Mhm.
someone like me, I really like that Seiko, that Speedmaster that Ajay has. When I first saw that, when they announced it, I was like, that's such a good looking piece. And the reverse, I really like the reverse chrono. I think if I had my choice between the two, that would be it. Not to say that the regular Panda is not great. I love that too. I would be happy with that watch as well. My concern was if you see the pushers on it, and some of the images when I saw them, not the renders, but when the live pictures came out, the pictures, the pushers looked a little long, right? Like it was just a little long. And so like I asked Ajay about that when he got it. He's like, no, it's fine. It's actually fine. So maybe it was some of the photographs that I saw that made it look like more like a real stopwatch, kind of like it was with a real long pusher on it.
I see.
But
The pushers on that Grand Seiko Kevin posted, those are some prominent pushers.
yeah, well, that's a big watch too.
That's a big watch.
That's
But
a really
even compared to the watch, those pushers are pretty prominent. Not to say that's bad. I mean, it's a very unique watch.
Yeah, yeah. That Sam, thanks. PowerPoint version upgrade fund. Thank you for the super chat, Sam. I really appreciate it. Awesome. That Omega is beautiful too. Such a great watch. Surprisingly, Amin, and I'm not that I'm giving it away with all the other picks that I have up here on the PowerPoint. It's it's only one of two Omegas. And there's a lot of people who contributed to this list.
That's very surprising.
Very, very surprising. I thought it was very surprising too.
Yeah. I'm looking at a picture of that Seiko separately, and I see what you mean about the pushers on the wrist.
Yeah. But I just says it's not that bad. It's not that bad. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, utters. That's what Hobby Bobby is calling it. Let's see here. Michael B says, I have a vintage Speedy and just picked up a new Speedy bracelet on eBay for definitely worth it. Congrats, Michael. James said, will say the current gen Speedmaster 57, if they just would release a black dial without the faux patina. Yeah, I mean, those 57s are interesting. I prefer like the moon watches over the 57s. That's what I would prefer. Rick's saying, let's change the view on top. You mean this one here, Rick? Yeah.
It didn't fix the text in the PowerPoint.
It didn't fix. Yeah. Okay. But I think maybe this is a better layout for us anyway going forward. Marceau, my blue side is my favorite chrono. I'm not surprised that you have a blue side, Marceau. Marceau's got some collection there. One of my favorite. What was that?
He's got a sick collection for sure.
One of my favorites that I don't own is the VC Harmony pulsometer in rose gold. That is a beauty. That is a beauty for sure. Hey, Canadian Watch Monkeys here. How you doing? Good to see you. Those GS pushers make him think of the Frankenstein monsters neck bolts. Yeah. That's just a really huge watch. Okay, let's get moving forward to the second slide on the list. And this is your selection. Amin and Chaz. I paired you up with Chaz here. Now you got some great picks. One of them is your own, right?
Yeah, the Portuguese are. I mean, I always thought this is just a very beautiful design. So, I do have that one, and always like that design. And then I picked the Moser Streamliner chronograph. I think I love that watch, and the movement, the case, the bracelet. Everything I think works. And then the 1815 chronograph, just in black.
Yeah.
With the white hardware, I think is quite beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, excellent picks. That Moser is not the only. Your pick of that watch is not the only. You're not the only person on this list who picked that watch, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Hey, Chaz put in a couple. He's got a couple great chronos here as well.
Yeah.
He's got the gray side of the moon. So let me.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, let me edit what I said before. There's actually 3 Speedmasters on.
Okay.
So you know what? Let me just take it back. I mean, like, there's a lot of Speedmasters on. There's like 20 Speedmasters on this. But great watch. A watch that, you know, man, if my top 2 favorite Speedmasters, and that's one of them.
Me too.
And then he's got that Zen 103 limited edition classique reverse panda. Just a great looking watch, man. I love it. Harmony pulsometer is on fire. Loves the Moser Streamline chronograph. Loves it. And Dib says, can we end the conversation with Rolex Daytona Platinum with Donovan Guess? Hey, you know, you're supposed to be, you got the invite, bro. You can join in and end that conversation for us. Hey, Joey B says, that's in is gorgeous. And it certainly is. Scott's saying his all-time favorite chrono is the Breguet 3237. We'll pull that up a little bit later, Scott. I don't, off the top of my head, know what that looks like. Canadian Watch Monkey saying, I've got a stunning Zenith El Primero Rainbow from the early 1990s. If you'd like me to send pics or come on the panel, I'd be happy. Yeah, sending the pics. Sorry, man. I did the PowerPoint earlier today, so I apologize for that. Yeah, Maison saying, yes, it is lovely, very simple and striking. Very much so. Okay, scrolling along, we got Cho. Cho with some entries here, and the top 2 are front and backs here. He's got a Singer. I forget which version of this Singer.
It's one of the track one.
One of the track ones, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what city.
Maybe? Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, look at that movement. Now, this is an Agenor movement, right?
It's a beauty. Yeah. It is. Agengraph. Just
yeah.
like the Moser. I mean, I'm sure it's customized differently, but it is, you know, fundamentally the same. Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry. I was with my segment on my topic. Let me see. Flamboyant. Yeah. Let me see. Is it better? Do we see it bigger here? I think we see it bigger here, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. And then he's got, I think that's a Geo. Is that a Geo?
Is it Paneretrograph? I think. Paneretrograph.
Yep. I think so.
Incredible watch. Yep.
Then he's got one of the many versions of the Monaco, which looks great too. He's got a Cartier. What's the name of these?
Is it the Tortue Mana Pusher?
Yeah, the Tortue Mana Pusher. Beautiful watch. And then the Datograph, for sure. So yeah, a lot of ALS on these picks.
Yep.
Between the 1815 and the Datograph.
Joe's gonna get that Panaretro one day.
You think?
He's got a lot of love for that watch.
Yeah.
It's some good buying.
I mean, I think I could see Joe with any of those panos, but the Pano Retro, it definitely suits Joe. His own loving that Singer, Brownie loving that Cartier. Been looking at those, but can't stomach the price yet. I
really love that Agengraph movement, and that's in the Singer and the Moser, and then one of the Mings and some others. And I guess it's be a tough call between the Singers and the Moser.
Yeah, you were considering a Singer, right? I mean, like, for a hot minute there a couple weeks ago.
I wouldn't say I was considering. Like I'm like, you know, window shopping, right? Like, yeah. I'm not ready to buy a Singer or a Moser, but I like both. Yeah.
Okay, moving along, we have Colin, and Colin sent me a whole lot of watches.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. We have, is that a Hoyer up top there?
I don't know what that first one is. Is that a Hoyer? Colin, tell us what that is. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either. He didn't. He just
It
sent me.
looks like maybe a Hoyer.
Yeah. Hey, Dib. What's going on there, man? How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you guys?
Good. Just woke up from a little nappy.
Dib's quiet.
Yeah.
All right.
But he's looking good. Can we go full screen on Dib for a minute here, so I can peep the style?
There's no style there.
You got some style going. Beard's pretty thick.
Yeah. What is that? Is that chickens on your shirt? Is that like what is that? Like a rooster?
I don't know. It's like a palm tree.
Oh, okay. Wow.
What's on the wrist, Dib?
On the wrist is my brand new watch. Got it today.
Oh wow, nice.
Marine Master. Yeah.
The Marine Master 300 with the Seagaya red dial.
Looks good.
I don't remember if it's a special edition or if it's a limited edition. Take your pick. It doesn't matter either way. Yeah.
Colin says Hoyer calculator chrono.
Hoyer calculator chrono. Okay. Awesome.
Yep. We need a birth year for him.
Yeah. Right in the smack in the middle there is a JLC, right?
Yep.
And that's a beauty.
Complete calendar chronograph.
Going paddock as well. 2
paddocks with 1 annual calendar chronograph, and then I think that Aquanaut is just time date chronograph, but
yeah,
could be wrong. I don't follow it that closely.
And big surprise with Colin, right? He's got the Daytona.
Surprise, and then he's got another mono pusher variant of from Cartier.
Mono pusher, the Tortue, favorite of Dib, right? I mean, Dib, you love that watch.
I really like the Tortue mono pusher. Good movement. I think my choices would be pretty basic, like a Daytona, because I want a watch which runs. It's a solid movement.
Yeah.
I have a few Pateks in mind, but I'm not a very Patek focused reference collector, so I have to probably look it up. I mean, like 5172 or something. But I've fallen out of love with Lange. I'll say that. I don't think I can ever see myself buying another Lange, like even a datograph. It used to be one of my favorite chronographs, but now it's like, nah, not gonna happen.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's the whole. I'd say it's the whole process of how Lange changed its brand identity. First of all, hiking prices like crazy. Number one, number two, where like they introduced the tiered system of kind of getting a watch that you would want, even though all the watches except a couple tank on the secondary. And overall, I would say douchiness of the brand. Like it used to be a brand where I've had great interactions with people from that brand, and over time it kind of changed and just kind of sad the entire experience of it. Like if I were to go high horologic chronograph, I'd 100% go Patek, or maybe a Conde watch. That's also a watch I really like.
Wow. Okay. All right. Hey, but Dib, I mean, like I feel remiss. I mean, like you're not that I can't. Not to mention that you have your favorite chrono of all time, the Navitimer. I mean, like that's like your all-time favorite, man, right?
I think a Navitimer has its place in my collection, but it's not my favorite. Like it's a favorite chronograph, love it. Probably my favorite reference of them all is the 81600. This was the Navitimer that was first introduced after the Schneider family, I think, took over in the late 80s. So it has a Lemania movement, the same movement or the same base as the Speedy chronograph movement. Manually wound, really rare at this point to find a watch which is not touched or like refinished or like in good nick. So that would be my like the hallmark of a Breitling chronograph for me. And probably the second Breitling chronograph, which is a Navitimer, would be an 806 reissue.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yeah.
reintroduced in 2019, and that is like a faithful reinterpretation of the original from 1959. So those two, Breitling top tier,
Yeah.
and probably a smaller. What's the watch with the Rollo bracelet? I keep forgetting the name.
The what?
The
The watch
Rollo
with the-
bracelet. I'm blanking. The one with Seinfeld wore, come on, guys.
Hmm.
Come on, somebody in the chat.
Okay. Well, maybe somebody to check it up. Yeah, but we're gonna we're gonna move on to the next slide. Sorry, Deb. Hey, Maison and Rick. Rick with a. Is that also another 18?
Double split.
Double
That's
split. Oh, that's right. Double split. Yeah. And Maison with a couple of longas there, as well as a Navi timer.
What's Maison got there? Triple split? Is that?
He has got. Sorry, he has got the. Okay, he's got the second gen 1815 chronograph
On the bottom.
And then the Rose Gold Longo double split.
Double split too. Okay. Yep. Amazing watches.
Dib, we can't hear what you're saying. I can't understand Dib.
It's the Chronomat 42.
Okay.
It just took me a while to remember.
Okay. Joe with the jokes. I can only afford a banana split. Okay. The Navi timer is Maison's. All of them DLSs are Grails. Yeah, beautiful watches. Man, I'm surprised. I mean, with all the Patek and the ALS and the Cartiers, all like pretty much dressy chronos.
Mm.
I mean, I consider them dressy. I mean, I know they're sporty in a sense, but I mean, like
they're pretty dressy.
They're pretty dressy, right? I mean, for sure. Okay, moving on to the next slide. We have Wolfie, even more dressy chronos here.
Yep.
He's got another Longa here on the right. I'm not. I don't know what model this is. It's in the bottom. Sorry. It's an 1815.
1815. I think it's like honey gold, maybe.
Yeah.
I remember when that came out. Beautiful.
And then he's got the JLC reverse. So don't know the exact model name on this one. Maybe Dip does, but
it's just a manual winding reverse tribute chronograph.
Colin's waiting for the Richeville appearance. I have my pick at the end. And we'll discuss that in a bit. So Wolfie going, upscale here with his picks. Hobby Bobby going with 3 picks himself here. He's got a gold Daytona, right, on Oyster Flex. A Singer. And then also is that the Moonshine? Is that
looks like it?
Yeah. Omega.
Very nice.
Heavy hitting picks right here.
I saw one of these listed in one of the dealer groups for 27.
Wow.
On bracelet?
Which one? The
Omega?
Speedy, yeah.
Yep.
It's coming down. I want the brands to suffer. I want them to cry. I want them to beg for my money. That's what I want.
You like that? You like having that power, right?
Exactly. Like they had the power for the last 2 years. Like dance, bitches, dance. It's like, all right, that's what we need.
Yep. Fight the power, man. Fight the power.
There's no fighting the power. It's like, no discounts, no talking.
No Roger, no rerun, no rent. I got you, man. Hobby Bobby with some great picks here for his chronos. Thomas also throwing in the Streamliner, as you can see there. The Zenith, I believe he owns. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he owns that one.
Yep.
The Vacheron, the Corne de Vache, another beautiful dressy chrono, and then the Monte Carlo there, the Tudor. He's hoping for that to be catching one of those for a birth year watch for himself.
The vintage one. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So very, very good looking watch. I hope you get that one, Thomas, one day.
Yeah.
Because it's a cool piece. Maison liking that VC. Okay, and then let's move. Oh, hey, look. I mean, I got to be honest, right? I mean, this is. I owned it for a few months. I got rid of it. Wish I could have that one back. This is one of my favorite chronos of all time. Not because I owned it, but also even before that, and even still to this day, I love the Navitar. The Cosmonaut is such a cool watch. It's different. You won't see many watches like this out there. That 24-hour dial and hand, and it's just a great piece. The bezel was gold, so it was technically a two-tone watch, and the tritium had died off, right? Because it was a watch from the 90s, but it was just so cool, man. It was just such a cool piece. And the best thing about these is like I can never tell what time it is. It's just so busy, and that's okay with me. I use my phone to tell my time when I was wearing this watch. I just like the way it looked, like it was cool. I have a 903 now, vintage is in 903. That's similar to this, and I love that too. But this one, man, this is such a great watch. Such a great watch.
10:35 in the morning. So that's what the time reads.
No. Okay.
It's pretty easy. I mean, if you get the hang of it, I'd say, everything is just practice, right?
All right. I mean, I'm just waxing poetic, and like you show me up, like, ooh, I can tell the time. I'm dead. All right. Mason saying, I like the gold printed wing logo. It has more definition than the applied logos of the B01 generation. It looks great with leather gloves. Maybe a scarf. And then the 903. Great little piece. Colin says, I think I counted all the numerals on that dial once. I wish I could remember how many. 133 rings a bell.
Somehow I doubt that.
Well, that's it, guys. We went over this. We got it. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating and sending me pics. And they're very unexpected, and it was very welcome. And I really, really appreciate it. Anyway, hey, final thoughts, Dib. I mean, what do you think of these picks? Do you see yourself?
I think these are solid picks. You can't go wrong with any of these watches. Different price points, different price tiers, different levels of finish. I think the only watch that I would go vintage over current model is Wolfie's choice for the JLC chronograph.
Okay.
I think in the 90s, where I don't remember if it would happen when Gunter Blumlein took over, or they made 6 anniversary pieces, and one of them was the chronograph. So they use kind of the same movement. I think the new movement is a little bit of a modification, like bring it up to modern standards. But to me, I think there was an article, I don't know, sometime maybe like 1 or 2 years ago. It was in monochrome. That's a really good article to read through. And I feel if I were going the chronograph route from a JLC, especially in a reverso case, I'd like to get the 90s version. And I believe Watchfinder, Talking Hands guy, did a video of all those 6 anniversary pieces. I just don't remember when. A couple of years ago. So if anybody's interested in that, please, go and take a look. It's really nice.
Cool. Orange Hand saying, surprised no one picked the Ned White.
That is surprising.
Yeah. Very much so. Caliber, some great watches. Favorites were the German chronos. Yeah, those Longas, man, just beautiful watches. Beautiful watches.
I think my personal favorite right now from a current catalog Patek is a 5172. I was right. I had to Google if it was the right reference, but
That's what I was
really
thinking.
good looking watch. I mean, really good looking chrono movement.
Marcus, yeah.
What was that Breguet?
3237.
3237. Let me see. Let me put that up there.
Yeah, very dressy.
Face value, I think there's a like 25 to 27, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong. I'm quitting watches, so it's just stuff is getting out of my head as we speak.
Let me bring it up here.
You bought a watch today, Dib.
Yeah, I mean, this is just like a, like it solves an itch for now. But I have been thinking of buying a Marine Master for quite a while now.
Yeah.
Just like the right opportunity did not pop up, and
But it's not a sign of a man who's quitting watches, buying a watch today.
Yes. Eventually, the watch hobby will cease to exist in my head, and I'll move on to better things, maybe improving the house. Who knows? But for right now, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm moving away from watches.
Dib, you don't seem like a improving the house kind of guy to me. To be honest with you.
I don't know. I hear there's a lot of potential in it. Keeping your mind busy.
You just don't strike me as, I mean, no offense. I mean, like, not the domestic, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, I feel like you're more of a car guy. That's where you're going to put your money. And anyway, but you know what? I could be surprised. I mean,
it's aspirational.
It's aspirational.
He's hoping to plan to start to become
more responsible, let's just say.
Are you nesting? Is this nesting? Is this what that's called? Nesting?
I don't think it's nesting. I just think it's a natural progression of things. I had my fun with watches. Now it's time to move on. Maybe revisit this, 10 years from now. I have condensed my collection. I mean, again, this is a 7 piece, so not exactly condensing to the point where I'd like it to be, but it's a start. It's a process.
Are you going to be putting up like Monet and Van Gogh prints around the house? Like, is that like?
I think the water lilies. The picture of the water lily, and like the one picture I do want is Van Gogh cutting his ear off, because that adds value to the house. Like, oh, you don't want starry skies, but you want the guy chopping his ear off. I'm like, yeah. That's
Is there going to be like a lot of doilies on tables? Is that kind of?
I'm just gonna bring those weird ass paintings where somebody just posts a banana on the wall and then it's like 120 grand.
Yeah, but that's not like really like, I mean, unless you go for like a real modern look, are you gonna do like concrete floors? Like what, like that is not like what I picture. What you're trying to do, right? I mean, I think you want some like Ann Getty's like photos of babies. Like
I don't think I want pictures of random babies in my house. First of all, it gets creepy. Like if I have a child, yes, there will be a photo. But other than that, I don't think I want any random pictures of babies or people staring at you in the middle of the
Norman Rockwell pictures. No. Like a home sweet home pillow on your couch. Something like that. No, okay. Oh, did we lose Caliber? All right. So I'm
done. I don't want to hear any of this BS.
So here's I think it was Scott who said this watch, the 3237. I know this watch. Yeah, this is a beautiful watch.
For sure.
Beautiful watch for sure.
I think the best version of the 3237 is with the lapis lazuli dial. I think I've seen one. Either it was sold with either Mr. Watchley or maybe Collected Man. Like, that looked incredible.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, listen. Let's. There were some releases that we could talk about. What do you say? Let me pull up. the monochrome watches. Make sure I get the new ones. Here, let's.
I'm loving the Durango that you're terrific reviewed, and this is me being very sincere. I'm not being facetious, you know. I'm being very serious. I do like the watch. I
What watch
honestly
is
thought
this?
it was I mean, your terrific did a recent.
Oh, yeah.
I was pretty surprised, you know, like for like a cheaper watch, and then I saw the price. I'm like, oh man, it's $900. I thought it was like 300. So I'm like, all right, you know, like I might just take a stab at it, you know. But 900 is like too much for a watch like that.
Yeah.
They got to pay all those YouTubers. So.
Yeah, they do. They do.
I think he borrowed it from his friend. I still don't think.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying him. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he borrowed it from his friend. Okay. His friend Duranzo, whatever the guy. Jimmy Duranzo. Jimmy Duranzo. All right.
It's 2024. I'm willing to give people the benefit of doubt.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. I mean, you know, hey, listen, you know, no, I'm not judging. I'm just kidding.
It's like a good. I won't say it's a good, but it's a decent comedy skit, you know, on watches. That's how I look at it. You know, it's like nothing to really take home with. You know, you just watch it, you like it, and then you forget about it. So
yeah.
There's nothing deep in any of his videos, right? Some good conversation, some good lines, you know, some good videography, and that's about it.
Yeah, you like to be entertained. I understand. Hey, Amin, our resident Airwork guy. What do you think about this release?
So I didn't study it, but just the appearance of it. I mean, I think it's very cool looking, very good, but it's not my favorite UR100 from them. I guess it calculates the time that it takes to receive light
from the sun,
from the sun to various places or to various planets.
Yeah. Is that a complication we wanted?
That, I mean, I'd have to learn more about how they do it to think if it's cool or not. Like it doesn't have to be useful to be cool to me.
Yeah.
But it would have to be hard to accomplish to be cool, as opposed to something really easy that they just happen to throw on there. But the design of it looks a little generic to me.
Yeah. Is this carbon?
It looks like carbon.
Yeah. Case, sandblasted, sapphire, crystal, titanium, DLC, titanium, case, black carbon. Yeah.
I think this artwork is really nice, but I've just been besotted by the one that they call the T-Rex. I think it's like 103 or maybe 104, the reference number. That's the only artwork that I really want. I mean, if I could afford one, number one, obviously that's the big point. That's the one I'd get. Like, there's no doubt about that.
They did more than one, and I think you're talking about the 105, where it's got the whole shield of scales. Yeah, they did a T-Rex of the 100, which has like the similar scales, but it's this model that we're looking at. Let me show you.
No, I think you're right. I think it's the 105.
Can I?
Yeah, you can share if you like. Yeah. Oh no.
This one. So, like this is the one you're talking about, right, Dib?
Mm-hmm.
That's the 105.
Yes.
And this is the 100, which is the same as the carbon one we were just looking at, but I think this looks cooler than the one we were looking at. It's just more distinctive. The carbon one we just saw, I guess it's a little bit. There's so many companies that have copied our work now, and it's less kind of distinctively them. So I really like this one better.
I think the complication has been democratized, where you can find this wandering hours complication even in
the complications everywhere. Yeah.
It's like $1,500. I don't remember the name of the
Adawak or something like that.
That's one of them.
That's one of them, but the one we saw at the Wone and Wound fair.
Yeah.
Problem is, all of them look the same to me. Like I don't really give a crap. So,
but like This is pretty sweet. This one on the bracelet. The electrum is really awesome looking. You know, even just in steel, it looks great. So yeah, this newest one for me doesn't hit the mark, but I know some others like it a lot. Go to the chat.
Yeah, Bobby Legs, this was a success. Should do another contributing watch stream sometime. Hey, I mean, I'm glad you guys like the Maison. Yeah, I mean, I'm for that too. We'd love to, you know, help get some topics from the chat before the stream and put together some sort of presentation. If you've noticed in my last couple of videos, I've been doing a lot of these PowerPoints just because I think it's a good way to drive in the point. Marcelo is saying Uranus on the dial, must buy. This is pretty sexy. I am out. Hobby is saying, yeah, the complication is just printing a new scale. It's thin ply carbon. T-Rex is very cool. LOL, MR. Urwork ultraviolets. Okay. So let's move on. Let's get back here. Hermes, yeah, I mean, cool. Let's see. There was a couple. Oh, you know, Dib. Here. This is new, right? This Grand Seiko. I mean, or a new color, anyway.
I don't care.
Oh, really? Wow.
It's. I mean, I'm having a tough time connecting with new Grand Seikos. Whatever I want to buy, they're all old. Either double logos or something which has been in the catalog. It's just, I don't know, just fallen out of love, I guess, for now at least.
Okay.
There's not been a single, like the last GS that I got, obviously was the Omiya, and then Wolfie gifted me the Champagne dial. So that was the last watch I really wanted to buy. And it's been a year and nothing has really caught my eye. Like nothing. Like I don't feel the need to, like, previously it used to be like, oh, there's a new GS, like let me jump on it, you know, like let me call the AD, put a deposit down, and boom, the watch is in the next month or so, or if it's there in the store, you know, 2-day shipping or whatever. But just that I don't really care for the brand for at least right now. I like the older stuff, but you know, nothing.
Yeah. Hey, look, Keith's bringing something up here. This is a good point. We need Dib's expert opinion on the Warner Wound collab with Formex. Not as good as the AWS collab with Formex, in his opinion. Dib, talk to us about this. Did you know this was happening?
I think the same type of dial was utilized. Well, not same type, but the same aesthetic, especially the white and the brown one. They utilize the same colorway. I mean, not same, but similar colorway in a older collab that they did with Christopher Ward. I think it's you know, like the white or the brown would be my pick. The 50 pieces each, so they're not watches. I think they're good watches, but not for me. You know, like I have the one Formex that I, you know, designed. I don't feel the need to buy another Essence. You know, like it's the same watch with a different dial. So they're good releases, but it doesn't really appeal to me. Just the same way the Worn and Wound Christopher Ward never appealed to me. I don't remember the model because they make a ton of models. It's just Christopher Ward is one of those brands where I've really grown cold to it. I just don't like. I never buy one anymore. You know, like, I used to be a big fan. I used to buy a lot, but right now it's just, in the bigger scheme of things, I just don't see a point. Same with the Snowflake. There's no point. It's too pink.
Wow.
And the thing is that this dial was supposed, like, so this dial was utilized in a Ginza model, limited edition, different case, and they made an Australian edition, 50 pieces, or like very limited piece with the same color. Now they're making 1,500 pieces of this watch, and I don't remember if it's a US LE or if, you know, it's available all over the world. But I feel for a watch like this, 1,500 pieces is a huge number to make. if they had made it like 200 or 300, that's when you can say, all right, if it's a worldwide release, then it's kind of truly limited. And the thing is, like with the red GS logo and the red power indicator, there used to be a watch. I just can't remember the name or the reference number where they use the same type of dials. I mean, not the same snowflake dial, but the same color combo, color palette. It had a 9 as like the numeral 9 instead of the indices. So I just can't remember the name of the reference. It was a double logo, like mid 2010s. Like, so it's not a new dial that they're using. Probably implemented the same, I mean, color palette on the snowflake, but to me it's just bad.
Sam is saying the case on this that GMT that we just saw is so poorly balanced. Most disappointed I've ever been with a watch purchase.
Yeah, I think so. Probably would have been better if you had just gone to an AD and tried it on before you bought it.
Yeah.
Mistakes we make, right?
We've all made that mistake. Hey, Tom's 15 months as a member of the Bobby Legs YouTube channel. Thank you so much, Thomas. Great engagement. Having the punters input today. That regular GS turned CW through 9:30 degrees. Looks okay, though. The 4 o'clock date doesn't bother me. Can a sapphire crystal scratch be buffed out?
No.
I don't think so. No, right? I mean, Hesselite or mineral glass, right? That can be.
It's possible. You have to get diamond paste, and then it's like not a do-it-yourself kind of thing.
So basically, no.
Yeah,
basically no. Like it can be done, but it's basically no. I did it once, and it left it got rid of the scratch, but you could see a dent in the sapphire.
It got rid of the scratch and then put another scratch on it.
Did that new Piaget, is that new, or is that just starting to hit people's hands? It says the first look, but that's pretty new, right? Like it's also an announcement.
The watch is new, but it's based on an old design.
Yeah, but the watch is new, right? I like it.
I love it. I love it. It's more of a, well, let's just call it a manly bracelet, more so than a watch.
Yeah, I saw people killing this watch, but I
like it. I like it too.
The only thing that I will say is for 80K, that movement it needs to be better. Like it needs to be better. It like the finishing on a $80,000 watch is that's not the finishing I want.
All right.
Like I think the direct comparison would be the 222.
Yep.
Oh, and Velociophile, who is a very well-known Instagram person, I think he contributes to Watches by SGX. So he had a big complaint, and I think it's a very valid complaint. So the regulator is a ETA Chron regulator that you find in a, I don't know, $800 watch. So I can't pull up that Instagram post, but if anybody follows him, please go and take a look. That's not what you want in an $80,000 watch. You know, all right.
Hobby Bobby wants to see that Rado.
I don't know. Look at that dial. Man, that's ugly.
I think it's cool. Didn't they have almost exactly the same watch? It's just a color change.
Yeah. I feel like I've seen this before.
Yeah. I think it's cool. I like the previous versions too. I think there was one that was more of like a khaki. This is more like a green. There was one that was a little more tan. I like them.
The color scheme is good, but I mean, oh my god, look at that ass. Look at that dial. Oh. That's gonna give me a headache just looking at it.
Yeah, I could see that, Deb. I mean, I think I like everything about this watch except for that dial, which is probably the one thing that a lot of people like about this watch the most. I mean, I like the bezel. I like, I don't know if that's real gold. It's probably not gold plated. I like the strap. I like the case. Yeah, I just don't know.
I'm not a big fan of skeleton watches in general, and that is how much is that movement? $150. This watch movement. Yikes.
Powermatic 80.
Yeah, yikes.
Yeah. Yeah. $4,100, huh?
Oh,
they gone up.
nail in the coffin. I thought it was like $700, but I think Hobby Bobby is just gonna attack me at this point.
The color is everything. Looks like a Skagen.
Nice.
The bridges need to be blackened out of it. Yeah, I think that's a good point. As long
Yeah,
as
we can just take a marker and blacken it out. Yeah, like just some DIY.
like a Joe Chang move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much money. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Hey Dib, now that you picked up this Marine Master, right?
Mhm.
How long is it gonna stay? I think that's been the thing with you, right? With the Marine Master, it gets after a while, it's too heavy for you.
So here's how I would classify the Marine Master. It's not an everyday watch. I just like the case shape and the design. So I'm gonna wear it occasionally. I'll keep it for a couple of months. So my eventual this year's eventual watch collecting philosophy is obviously quitting. But before I quit, I don't think Amin believes me, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You just watch. I am supposed to get my Daytona this year. So based on the Daytona,
And then you'll quit. That's your final move.
no. I think I need one gold piece. So probably Brigade Tradition, and that is why I bought this. Like because I was almost to the point where I want to quit the hobby. I want to get the tradition, but I don't want to pay 15 G's right now. So like that is probably the main reason why I bought this as a placeholder. Spending $2,000 is far easier than spending $15,000.
Yeah,
That's not a placeholder for a tradition. Come on. It's not the
It's
same
not.
kind of
It's not.
watch. It's not the same style. It's not the same purpose.
It's a placeholder for an hit.
You're
Let's
just a watch buyer. You got like buying watches. Just come clean.
Oh, that face is hideous.
Hey, that's the watch right there, right? But they didn't take it down.
Yeah.
I know you didn't pay at that, but
They haven't taken it down, so they're a bit lazy.
for sombreros on that.
That's who I got it from. Exquisite Timepieces.
Nice.
Yeah. They got this one over here, and this one, man. If you can get this
I'd offer him like 1,500 for it, and then they'll probably take it.
Yeah, it's tempting, man. It's tempting.
I mean, at that price, you really can't go wrong. You can wear the watch for I don't know how many ever months, and still get the exact same money out of it. So it's a no loss situation.
Yeah. Well, I can't fill this out on camera, but maybe I'll think about it. I'm calling it out. Dynamite. Amin, what's on your eBay list? What have you been looking at lately?
I'm looking at the movement on this Piaget and the 222, and I don't think either one is that crazy. On my eBay list, I am. Let's see. You want me to share my screen?
Yeah, sure.
So, Singer, these are just things I'm staring at, right? Not necessarily thinking about buying. 1815. These 35 millimeter Daniel Roth era Breguet tourbillons. A little bit more modern one, a little bigger. This watch box heritage tourbillon is very cool.
Yeah, so cool.
This Linda Verdelin Spidolite Sven Anderson version, I think is really awesome looking DLC watch. Bunch of tourbillon watches from UN. UN tourbillon frequently searched by me. Yeah, that's pretty much it. How about you?
Oh, what do I got? Not much lately. I gotta come in a different browser. Hold on a second. I gotta sign in here. Yeah,
that wasn't my watch list. That was just. It's very similar to my watch list. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see here. Let me Okay, what do I got? Yeah, I got a couple young hands. Hey, look, this one here. This was a shot in the dark, right? This a couple days ago. This glass suit Panerai Reserve, an older model. It was like a 2000, and I knew I had no chance, but nobody had bid it on yet. So I was just like, yeah, maybe I catch people sleeping on this one, and of course.
Yeah, I think that watch is gonna end at 4,500.
Oh yeah. No. I'm not pursuing any of it. It was just
worth a try.
It was just worth a try. It's still got some normals. Lap pull downs. This is it's not my watch list, is it? Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. The Girard Perregaux, of course. I really like this Junghans Meister driver chronoscope. I wish the pricing would come down on it a little bit more. Look, hey, this 60s. I'm not a big fan, but this 60s big date, 3,200. They threw an offer at me for 3,000. I mean, that's a pretty good price, man. That's a very, very good price. And that's about it. What I'm looking at these days, nothing serious, of course. Hey Thomas, thank you so much for the super chat. Future punter participation topics: favorite cases, favorite dials, favorite watches under 5K, favorite dress watches, favorite vintage watches. We can do all that. Thomas, you're in the Bobby Legs Discord. You could send me pics of your favorites.
Panerais. So
what was that?
We can also do favorite Panerais. I came close to figuring this out, but I just can't do it. So,
Dib, is that on the way out or no?
No. It's very. So I did not take the Panerai when I went back home, but I've worn the Panerai for the last 2 weeks straight. I've not worn any other watch, and it's just like it's a little big on the wrist. I won't lie; it's oversized, hangs a little bit, but I just don't care. It's such a great watch, and it's my longest running watch, and I don't keep watches for a long time. And this watch just crossed 2 years, which is like an eternity for me. Like when it comes to watches, that I have publicly said that I'm going to keep for a long time. That's a long time for me.
Yeah.
And the romance of the watch is still there even after all this while. I don't feel like, oh, you know what, like I'm bored with it. I'm bored with my Formex watch, my group watch. If I could move it along, I would, but
yeah, you're not.
I would. I mean, I designed it, so it's my watch. But I'm saying
that's like a trophy, man.
I don't keep watches that I don't wear in the house. I just throw it out or sell it off, and whatever it is, it just doesn't stay. If a watch is not being worn, it has no place in the house. That's my one motto. And it has served me well. That's why there's so much churning in, coming in, going out. But the Panerai has been a constant fixture. It's just there's a little bit of joie de vivre about it. It's just I can't explain it. It's not the best watch in the world. It has a ton of scratches, stains, but it's my watch. So
yeah. Hey, I gotcha. I think a nice little topic for maybe for the punters, as Thomas calls them. Your favorite 3 Panerais, right? 3 little watch collection. I have 3 right off the top of my head that I would love to have. Where they have a beautiful Panerai collection.
I think I'm not a Paneristy by any means, but you can even go best 5, even best 10. Like if you are like, it obviously depends on the level of how much you're into the brand, but I think best 3 or best 5 is a stretch, but 3 is a good compromise for everyone. But for somebody like like as a true Paneristy, like has like 15-20 Panerais, I can't name all the references. I just don't know.
Yeah, no, it's huge, but I mean, like for me, I think of the Luminor, the Radiomir, and a submersible, and those 3. I have a Luminor, you know what I mean? But I would love to have a Radiomir, and I would love to have a submersible, and I think that is like, to me, that's the epitome of having a Submariner. I mean, Panerai sub collection.
Like when I think of selling the Panerais don't do well. When you're selling.
No.
Like there's no point losing $2,000 on the watch. I'll just keep it. It just doesn't make sense.
On the flip side of that, though, Deb, it's really easy and affordable to get into a Panerai.
Yeah, I mean it is like you can get a steel 111 for like 3,500. So lots of Radiomirs, Black Seals for 2,800, 2,900. So you don't need to, if you just want the look, you don't need to go too high into the price ranges. But I'll say this: gold Panerais, obviously that's an acquired taste. There's a lot of them between a $10,000 to $20,000 range, which were like 30,000 plus, with different complications, different movements. So they're out there. You just need to kind of broaden your mind and think, do I want that? Like I've seen a couple of like duets with like incredible movements for like just 12,000, and they're on Watchfinder. It's not like you have to search in an obscure website. So I'd say there's value, but again, value is subjective. It's based on what you want from a watch. So definitely, something to look at. But brand is an acquired taste. It's not for everyone.
Yeah. And then there's Thomas's 3 picks here. Hey guys, look, it's wow, we went a little over 10 after 10. Good conversation. Hey Deb, Amin, I really appreciate you guys coming on this evening. Chat and everyone who contributed to tonight's discussion. Again, very much so appreciate what you guys offer and contribute. And hey, look, we're gonna have another stream, another Watch Soup on Friday. It'll be our last Watch Soup on Friday. We'll be going back to our regularly scheduled programming on Sundays after the Super Bowl. So look forward to that on our Watch Soup live stream channel. Amin, Dib, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Rob.
Chat.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Take care.
See ya.